When it comes to royal appearances, we're used to formality protocol and perfectly measured smiles. But today something slipped and it was unexpectedly adorable. During a visit to Cornwall's iconic Eden project marking its 25th anniversary, King Charles III and Queen Camilla gave us a glimpse behind the royal curtain. And it started with laughter. Even before stepping out of the car, things took a turn. The King's state limousine took a wrong turn around the sprawling site, briefly disappearing before circling back. As he stepped out, Charles didn't miss a beat. "Now you see us, now you don't." A classic royal one-liner, and the tone was set. Inside the Grade 2 listed market house in St Austell, things got even more interesting. The King was invited to pull a pint, a low-alcohol, proper job 0.5% ale from St Austell Brewery. As he pulled the handle, he grimaced slightly. "Well, I don't know." Then, spotting the cameras, he raised an eyebrow. "It's the same old story." But in true good sport fashion, he took another sip. "Very good. What's the secret?" And then the punchline. Looking straight at the press, "I'll bequeath it to you." The visit wasn't just light-hearted, it was deeply personal. Charles reflected on his first visit to the Eden Project years ago. "I remember when I first came here, there was nothing amazing how it's developed and grown. From a former clay pit to a world-famous ecological landmark. But the moment everyone will remember, the cake. To celebrate 25 years, the royal couple were handed a ceremonial sword to cut a beautifully decorated Victoria sponge. What followed was chaos. They both grabbed the sword, they both tried to cut, and suddenly they couldn't stop laughing. Charles placed his hands awkwardly on the blade, chuckling. Camilla struggled to pull it free. At one point, the King stepped back, leaving her holding the sword alone while he playfully gestured as if to push. Finally, she managed to yank it out. And Charles, he actually jumped in the air. Pointing jokingly, he laughed. "Now lick it." A rare, unscripted royal moment and completely genuine. Beyond the laughter, the visit carried a bigger message. The King and Queen launched the Big Lunch and the Big Help Out, encouraging communities to come together from June 5th to 8th. Speaking about the future, Charles reflected, "The world has changed. People now understand climate change, but what excites him most? A new generation ready to act. We've done 25 years, and now we're going to year 1 of the next 25. There were more quiet highlights too. The couple were welcomed by a local school choir. They tested a giant wooden marble run built for the anniversary, each given a marble made from ash trees felled by Storm Goretti. Charles joked, "It's one way to lose your marbles." Meanwhile, Camilla connected in her own way. She spoke with volunteers, highlighted the importance of community work, and chatted warmly about her The Queen's Reading Room. When asked about The Uncommon Reader, I thought it was brilliant. At Holy Trinity Church, crowds cheered as Camilla met library staff and young pupils. Charles, meanwhile, spoke with community groups and faith leaders, even admiring a Cornish tartan kipper worn by a member of the local Jewish community. It is very smart, if I may say so. But in the end, it wasn't the speeches or the ceremonies. It was that one moment. 2 royals, a sword, a cake, and uncontrollable laughter. Because sometimes the most powerful royal image is the one that isn't planned at all.